Welcome, everybody, to the grand finals of our RGN EU Intercontinental Tournament. It's going to be Gamers2 versus Orbit, and quite honestly, it's probably going to be one of the best matches that we've seen in both tournaments thus far. So I am very excited about it. I'm also Sprawl. By my side is Laser Jesus. We're already live into the pistol round here.
And I like how you said you were Sprawl in addition to what you had said before. So +1 so far for my friend Chad, but look at this strat coming in from Gamers2. They're running 3 connector, and then they're going to try to split onto A. Orbit's playing really soft at A, using the distance of that USP. They do got one member in the bomb site. Never mind, that's a decoy, so it's going to be the bomb site for Gamers2. Orbit stacked over towards the B bomb site. And look at this, Gamers2, they're not even getting the bomb down. They're pushing into the CT spawn. Wow, they're getting all the kills right now. Very forward positions before they even want to plant the bomb. Now it's down to a 3-on-2. Gamers2, with that aggression, really gained them all the real estate they needed this round, allowing that bomb plant safely. And there it is, Gamers2 with a commanding start to this first map, and I just like the aggression there. Instead of going for the plant, they aggress both connector and CT spawn. Risky play, but it worked out for them.
Yeah, I agree with you. Definitely a nice play because you got to prevent them. They're thinking, let's retake. Let's set up for a retake positioning, and then you're getting aggressed, and you're like, wait, why are they not even planting the bomb?
They rushed the bomb into CT spawn.
Exactly, like, what is going on right now? So, get some nice picks there. They pick up the first round. This is Gamer2's map choice. Mirage, obviously. Cash is going to be Orbit's map choice. Ooh, Maxi's going to take off the head of Mouse and Ho, but Spiro will be able to fire back onto Skitten, and it looks like Innocent's getting a frag as well, so working out here for the T side in Gamers2. They've only lost one player, but a lot of damage done. Sparrow and Rowland both very, very low HP, but it looks like, oh, Jumpy's going to come out of connector, and will be able to grab himself a Pro 90. So he's going into underpass. They do have control of the A site, and he's hanging on to that. You might have to battle Jumpy here from connector. He's got an AK-47, so shouldn't be a big deal. Jumpy trying to make the P90 work, but at distance, not exactly the optimal rifle. But they're going to get the bomb down here, and Mani's getting tricky up on top of the ticket booth there. It's going to leave Rogi in a 1v3.
And Roki spending so much time on this flank. Probably been flanking for about 30 seconds now. Finally reveals his location. Not going to be able to do anything with it, so Gamers2 quick 2-0. And Orbit, they went with a full buy that last round, or as full as they could have. That scout from Max, he did get one, but it was traded off by Gamers2 at middle. The Orbit could have made that happen. Pyth had, like, Orbit spent so much time flanking with a couple of their members. Didn't have anybody in the bomb site at the end. So now what are we going to see from them here? A fairly standard setup in Gamers2. Just going to bully their way out a main with that weapon advantage. Still 2 in the sights for Orbit, though. The take is on. Orbit not rotating all their members right away. So this is going to be much easier take for Gamers2. They're wondering where are all the CTs right now as they make their way into the bomb site, and another huge flank underway from Orbit. Gamers2's got to be aware of it by now. And Orbit likes to flank. So no real issues so far. Gamers2 pretty clean round, only losing one player thus far. And more guns that they can hang on to. You didn't see any SMGs from Gamers2 at all. They went straight into the rifles. So hanging on to them is going to pay off later on. Gamers2 quick 3-0 in Orbit. Big opportunity here, but look at their money. Since they bought up, we're going to see no ops in their hands and a significant lack of nades as well.
Yeah, not a lot of frags in those rounds, so not going to have the extra money going in, plus that buy that you were mentioning in that second round. But it does look like we've got a pause coming in, as wouldn't be Counter-Strike if we didn't have a delay or two. Is that not correct, my friend Laser?
You know, it's just becoming part of the game. It's almost like a halftime within a halftime or something. Like, team's got a couple timeouts that they use, I guess. It's just, it's never any of the players' fault, generally. So that's how he sucks to see. But Pyth, it looks like he is the guy that's dealing with these issues. But his ping is stabilizing, so not sure what that flare-up was. Maybe his brother's downloaded something, or
Stop
I don't know.
torrenting, man. Stop it. I'm playing a game here. No, something like that.
Roommates, man. It's tough.
I think Gamers2 is currently boot camping, so they have the luxury of all. You can see their ping across the board. They have the exact same ping. So yeah, they're definitely there's an advantage in itself playing all from the same location. So.
And I remember I was in college and I had a roommate and she really wanted to watch some soap opera, but it was playoff time and she just wouldn't let up. We were paying the rent equally and everything. It was horrible.
Yeah, that's not fun. Fun at all. We're gonna see 3 frags early on. Gamers2 basically making quick work of this first rifle round. Orbit, they tried to aggress out mid. Roki's finally gonna drop 1, and they do have a lot of lit players. Rosenho and Innocent very low here, but it's gonna be all down to Roki as he's gonna find his way into the ladder room, but he isn't able to connect there. Innocent takes him down, and with only 17 HP, just kind of had to tickle him. But Innocent getting that 3K, 4-0 the scoreline. And if you guys aren't really aware of how this final is kind of shaping up in terms of the format, we do have one best of 3 here, but the potential for 2. So Orbit came from the lower bracket. That's why we have the potential for the second best of 3. If Orbit can clinch this first one, we will be seeing a second best of 3 here. So Gamers2, though, obviously, they have a pretty big advantage. They need to win 1 best of 3 to end the tournament life of Orbit. So thus far, on the T side, making it work here. Roki gets 1, but it's going to be Maniz getting the aggressing Jumpy. They've got control here, but we'll see. It is an eco round from Orbit, obviously. They didn't invest too much. Maxi, actually, he does have a Molotov in hand, so pick that up from the body of Spiro, I'm sure. But it is a 4-4 here as mid-control for the T's if they're going to be aggressing up mid now.
And looks Gamers2, objective for them, a lot of these rounds is just mid-control. Last round, Gamers2 went for it again, and Orbit unable to hold even with weapons. So they can't start controlling that. Gamers2, that's going to open up the map up so much for them. And now incoming with the B take, only 1 player inside, or 2 players inside of B here. They both, or one of them's got a Tech 9. Max, he can't do anything with it. I'm not sure if they know Roki's here. He could do something. He gets the first one, spams down Malzinho as well. And now only 2 G2. Remember, Innocent bleeding internally right now, only has 19 HP. And 3 up for Orbit. They're running out of time. Time is becoming an issue right now. Only 15 seconds. Maniz can't hit the op shot. And Roki with the jumping 5-7 as well. They can collect both of these ops, and that would alleviate a lot of pressure from middle.
Yeah, Roki just got an ace in that round. That is absolutely huge, especially on an eco. What a way to bring your team back into, back into the match. And like you said, they're able to pick up a number of weapons, so that means that this buy isn't actually too bad either. They'll have a little bit of money still to spare, so if they can pick it up, that's obviously the most crucial aspect. They need to make sure they don't lose the following round if they want some economy. But Maniz, he's going to drop Pyth right away, as Pyth was actually trying to get aggressive with an AK window. They weren't even positioning their op there, so questionable play, but went for it. Skitten will be able to finally return on Despero, but the A site is already being taken.
I don't know what Pyth is doing right there with the AK at middle. He knows Gamers2 is going to have enough money to AWP, and Maniz with this op is just going crazy right now. He's gotten 2 frags so far this round in Orbit. They just got to save here. They don't want to keep testing Maniz middle. Actually, they do it. Roki hits him up over the box, tries to spam him down, and then finds a stray bullet on top of those mid boxes. Interesting frag there, but Orbit, if they can make away with 2 of these guns, it's not too bad for them. Even though they did lose the round, they'll have a much bigger chance in the next. And taking a few Gamers2 members out as well. The Gamers2, if they can keep up this pace, they could easily take it in 2 maps over Orbit. Orbit seemingly a little quiet. Usually we see Pyth or Skitten have some crazy plays, but it's been Roki who's been doing all the work for Orbit so far. Can they buy here? They only made it out with 1 gun. They have enough to force, but when they forced up last time, when they didn't have the full nades, they did lose the round. They're going to go for it again here. 2 FAMASes, no ops in their hands. And the question is, how do they stop the op of Maniz? Because he's not going middle this time. Orbit is not smoking the A ramp. They smoke it so late. Maniz had a big opportunity there before the smoke bloomed. But look at this. Orbit pushing inside of the palace, able to take down Sparrow, and now leaves the remaining Gamers2 members without another avenue to attack from.
Yeah, Maniz is going to get smoked out here once again. Ooh, he might be able to find his way. Oh, this might not work out for him. Pyth is on the other side. Oh, Maniz has found a perfect corner in the smoke where Pyth is staring at him but has no idea that he's on the other side. Danger, Will Robinson. He's on the other side of the smoke, and finally, the smoke will dissipate. Maniz loses his life. Mouse tries to trade here, but Pyth is able to make it happen. He's trying to go for the op, though, and that will be his demise. Trying to get that E-click on there, but it's going to be Maxi cleaning up, and nice hold there from Orbit. Maniz was trying to get a pick just on the side of that smoke, but Pyth holding close. He's able to shut down two and pretty much take the round there for his team.
Yeah, and I love the fact that Pyth was trying to grab the op there, but he had his alligator arms just a little too short. Couldn't grab it. Now we see an op in the hands of Orbit in that round. They still have a FAMAS though. Interesting that he couldn't find an AK. But now no ops in the hands of Gamers. The roles have reversed, and they're still going to be trying to come out middle. Wow, the
oh my God, Maxi.
This man is a madman. He gets smoked out at middle. I've never seen that move before. just running through your own smoke. You have 4 terrorists in your face. Even if you hit the first shot, you're still dead. Absolutely no contingency plan there from Maxi. But you can tell he is hungry for the frags right now. Gamers2 still trying to take up this middle. He only had one player kind of straggling over towards the A-bomb site. He's just dropped over there. So now Gamers2 got to find somewhere to go with this middle. They have boosted one inside of the window room. If he could take out this player at jungle, they are in business. But it looks like the jungle player has a read on it. It looks like he knows that he's in that corner. What's he going to do? He's going to fall back towards the B site. So eventually, Gamers2 is going to have to be the one to make the move because Orbit is playing this very passively right now.
Yeah, Roki just rotating back and forth. Oh, he might meet Sparrow, and he will inside of the window room. So advantage now to the T side as completely split up. Skitten's going to be coming through underpass. Pyth just hanging out here at Firebox, and it is going to be an A-side play. Do they notice? Do they check? Is the question. Oh, and he's going to take down Sparrow. Now the location's known. He needs to stay alive. Time for Skitten to come help out, and won't be able to. So Ralph now looking back in the direction of Skitten, but looks away momentarily. That's the opportunity Skitten needs. It's Mouse versus Skitten in a 1v1. Bomb has been planted. Skitten playing from stairs. He's going to hop up. He knows the location of Mousenho. Mousenho just planning to peek out, and he will be able to get the frag here. Mousenho will clutch that, and that is a round that definitely the CT side of Orbit, they wanted to secure that round as they're only on 2. Gamers2 already on 6. They are putting in work here on the T side of Mirage.
Yeah, we're in Orbit here. Really can't afford to buy anything. They are buying a couple pistols, I should say. I think that should have been a full save from them. I suppose they can balance out their money a little bit. And now for Gamers2 on their gun round. Looks like they're really wary of this underpass push from Orbit, but nobody is there in Orbit. Look at this. They are stacking towards the B-bomb site. Unfortunately for them, Gamers2 is making their way up underpass right now. Skitten, big opportunity at middle, but he cannot connect onto any heads with that deagle. And he has armored up here, so pretty big investment from Skitten, even though he's just evening out his money. And now Gamers boost in the jungle. Jumpy had no clue, and all 4 the remaining Orbit players were over towards the B-bomb site. They are going to have a pretty powerful retake from spawn here. Skitten with that deagle and the law. They can sneak around the smoke here, and if Gamers2 isn't ready, there it is. Innocent is taken out, but Mauzinho right there with the trade. Still 3 Orbit members up, but the post-plant positioning from Gamers2 is very good right now. Got one connector, one in the spawn, pushing up. He takes out Skitten. So Orbit really need to claim a few guns of their own here, or at least try to take some of Gamers2 away, because I mean, 7 rounds already to 7-2. Orbit need to stabilize right now and find an economy, get some rounds going. Otherwise, Gamers2 is going to claim their map with a very dominant score.
Yeah, Mouse is going to get a nice... Oh, is he going to get the ace? No, the flash works out, but Roki already had an idea of the location, obviously, because that flash was coming out. So he ends the reign of terror, but almost an ace there for Mouse. So 7-2, definitely a dominant scoreline for Gamers2. Orbit needs to make something happen here, or they're going to find themselves in map number 2. It'll be their pick on Cash, but no room for mistakes on that map, as it'll be one map away for Gamers2 for taking our championship. So it is going to be an A-side play here. We've got Minis working the lurk over towards the B site. It's going to be coming up underpass, so it might eventually find his way coming up connector, but it's just going to be Mouse. He comes up, he jumps through the smoke and finds a frag, and then runs back. Lets Spiro come out. Spiro goes down. Pyth from sight. He's taken 2 down. Can he get a third? Mouse has very little HP, but we do see Menes has found his way up connector. Oh, he will go down to Roki, though. So it's a 1v3. Oh, Mouse just eats a grenade to the face and will go down. So Orbit, they are able to answer, but with only 2 players alive, their economy is still shaky here.
Yeah, things were looking pretty grim for Orbit in that round until Pyth. That individual effort. That's what we really need to see from Orbit if they want to take this. Coming up big from the bomb site, not getting traded off. Going big, but still. Desperate situation. They are down significantly. And this is a must-win if they want to have any chance of winning this half. And the bomb all alone over here. They are going to go for a quarterback sneak. I guess I can't really use that as much since this is 2 European teams. But yeah, just single man with the bomb over towards the B bomb site. The rest of the Gamers2 players at A are going to bombard the site with smokes and flashes in hopes of drawing the Orbit members away from the B bomb site. It may work, but Roki is playing so patient over at the B bomb site. He's not going to get in the site for free. Menes has to find this CT. I'm not sure if Roki saw him or not. Now they do find each other. Menes is able to get the frag over at the A bomb site. Nobody from Gamers2 has went down. Finally, one does. But look at this. The fake has been sold. And Menes already has the bomb site. Orbit kind of cutting their numbers down. Gamers2 trying to go assist their teammate inside the B bomb site. Menes, he could have very well won this round for them. He takes down Skitten. Only 2 remain for Orbit. Jumpy and Pyth. Pyth takes down Menes. Now down to a 2-on-2. Both Gamers2 members have no gun, only pistols. They do have a Tech 9, however, though. But time is ticking. About 10 seconds or so left on that bomb. Orbit running out of time. He's going to have to pretty much stick it to this point. Jumpy, they both drop to Rowland's Tech 9. And Gamers2 sneak by and steal a round away from Orbit.
Yeah, that was a really nice play. They had that wall of smoke inside the A site. One of the ones where we saw yesterday, it was utilized as well by Phoenix Fire, where they basically just cut off the site and then focus on either the players in jungle or connector or that side of things. And it pulled a lot of players over. There was only 1 inside of that B site, so Menes just drops on in, gets the frag, and like you said, pretty much clutched the round for his team there. So big plays, but take a look at the
it all boiled down
economy.
to that one-on-one.
Yeah, take a look at the economy here for Orbit. They have no money at all. So
what economy?
What
economy?
Exactly. I don't see it. Where am I looking here? Where am I looking? Because, yeah, it's pretty much non-existent. They could be on a double save, which is a really rough situation when it's 8-3
yeah,
on
it's
the
a
CT
tough
side.
spot. You don't want to save, but, I mean, you got to win rounds, but you want to save because you want to have a chance at winning those rounds. Kind of the dilemma Orbit's in right now. And, yeah, since they did just win one, lose one for Orbit, it's going to be really rough for them to establish any sort of economy. Even if they full save this one, they're still not going to be able to full buy. So Gamers2, pretty low on money themselves, but they have already bought up. And yeah, Orbit can win out this half, and it'd still be Gamers2 in a massive lead. We've seen it so many times in our recent tournament results. Seems the terrorist side just always comes out so strong right away. And we're always seeing the CTs mounting some sort of comeback. At least it was like that with Phoenix Fire as well.
I wonder, like, my theory on it is that we're having teams where we just have teams that pick a map and they're just strong on the T side, and the receiving end of that is teams that maybe just aren't quite at the level on the CT side that they need to be. But when you look at the highest level of Counter-Strike in general, that's where you see, obviously, it's not quite T-sided because all of those Tier 1 teams just have most of the sides on lock in a lot of regards. So that's my theory anyhow. It's probably pretty far off, but
That's better than my guess.
I'm gonna go with it for now. So we do see obviously Orbit on the eco here, and apparently Pyth yelling at his brother. Maybe again, I've had that as well. So been there, done that. You're downloading some stuff, and you're like, nope, this is important. You need to let me play here. So
I remember what show it was that my roommate was in playoffs, and then I had like 500 ping because she was watching. She needed to watch The Bachelor.
Oh man, face palm.
Trying to tell your teammates that is not fun.
No, not at all.
Sorry guys, roommate's watching The Bachelor. Can't play.
Rip playoffs, no doubt. Missy Sparrow trying to open up this B site. He's just hopping around, and we can see the bomb is being planted in A, but Sparrow just not letting these CTs leave this bomb site. So it's actually Roki and Pyth trying to work a bit of a crossfire. They have a full save in here because obviously we were saying they have pretty much no money. So that full save makes me think that they might actually force up in the next round, but we'll see. They might go for a double save, as it would equal a lot of equipment in their favor. But like you were saying,
I'd be surprised if they didn't buy.
Yeah, they just need to put some rounds on the board here, so certainly we might see them just go for that. High risk, high reward, as they might be able to throw their momentum back in their favor. But he's going to stay alive. Nope. Mouse will take his head off, so really good anti-eco here. The monetary situation is going to be looking great for G2, as again, they kept all 5 players alive. And we can see about 3,900 or so, 3,700 on the Orbit side.
Such a tough buy for them. I mean, it's a very common catch-22 in Counter-Strike. You need to save to have the money to win rounds, but you can't save because you need to win rounds right now. And Orbit here, just kind of rummaging whatever buy they can muster here. They are taking control of middle though,
wow,
single-handedly. Off go the heads of 2 of the Gamers2 members, and Gamers2, really one of their strengths so far this map has been their mid control. Orbit, a little too late with their answer, but better late than never. Maniz coming out of the palace, takes down Pyth, traded off though, so this is looking really good for Orbit right now. But again, even if they win out, it's still going to be 9-6 in favor of Gamers2. And I'm really worried for Orbit here. This is, again, best of 3. If you're just joining us, and that Orbit needs to win the first one and then win the next one if they want to win the tournament. Gamers2 has one best of 3 advantage, but look at this. Gamers2 has brought it back to a 2-on-1. Spiro alone coming up middle takes down 2 of them, and now it's all up to Roki in this 1 versus 2.
He's going to be coming from Cat here. Spiro landed a nutty shot there. Took one out in connector and then flicked over to CT spawn as he breached up into the A site and took down another. So opening up this round, Roki is going to be coming up connector. He did have an M4 he was thinking about grabbing, but okay, we'll be able to pick that up. Looks like he's just going to retreat though. So a promising start to the round, but not the finish they were hoping for. It's going to be the 10th round here for G2. And Orbit, they've found a couple answers, but it's not like the full answer. Like you've got a very, very complex mathematical equation. You've started to solve it, but just a little bit too late here as, again, G2, they're able to clinch the end of the round, and it's going to be 10-3, G2 with an excellent scoreline on this T side. Orbit, just like I said, not able to fully answer the equation. They stopped the mid control, but only momentarily, as still a Spiro, he was able to make his 2 frags happen where he was coming up connector, took down 1 player, and then took out another in CT spawn. So how do they answer now is the question. They've got Maxi working on Mag 7 up near Palace. It is going to be an A-side play for G2. They're kind of just waiting behind this smoke. They've got their number 7 player, Maniz. He's their lurk player, but they're just going to come out through the smoke. Spiro putting 1 down, but Pyth will be able to answer. So he's going to need to come up even bigger than that, though. And he jumps around the corner to meet Mouse. I don't think he realized that they were already out. Rowland, though, dropped to 9 HP, make it 4 from that grenade. So a bleak situation as a 2v4 develops.
Yeah, very sad ragtag buy from Orbit. Roki down 2. They got a chance this round now. Roki peeks up from the connector, takes down 2 Gamers2 members immediately after peeking, which prompts Gamers2 to go all the way back towards B. And Roki here, he knows he's going to go back to B. Oh no, he thinks they're going to be A. This gamble is just the wrong choice. Okay, now he's second guessing himself, and he's making the right decision now, but they are already going to beat him into B. The timing works out, so Roki does see them, but he is spotted as well. Miniz versus Roki, this 1-versus-1 is so pivotal. Miniz, if he could take down Roki, he's flanking around the corner. Oh, Roki's going to go down. How did he survive? He has no HP. Finally, Miniz gets him. And Jumpy, how is he taking so long to rotate here? Roki knew for quite a while. And Jumpy's positioning, I guess, is not good for this rotate. But 1-on-2, coming up the catwalk. Nice flash from Innocent, allows him to get around the pillar. That was so smart from Innocent. That flash, Jumpy knew that he was in that corner, but that flash made him, or forced him to turn away. And Innocent just made his move right around that pillar, and I don't think that would have got me for sure. I would have thought he was still around that corner.
Yeah, no, that was a nice little tricky play there. But like you were saying, jumping on that late rotate, I believe he was just trying to find a weapon, and he was able to grab it, but it was in a ramp. So yeah, you've got to think it's a bit of a catch-22. You get the weapon, and you've got a much better chance, maybe. But at the same flip side, your buddy's
your
already
teammate's dead.
Exactly. So already Jumpy going down, but Maxi is going to tear off the head of one. Fights with one as well. Now is finally able to return fire. So it's a 3v3 here, and Rowan actually in a really nice position, just holding the smoke near Cat. And he does have two players colliding on his location, so we will get dropped. 2v2 here as Connector's fully firebombed off. Molotov just cooking in there. They're not going to be able to push up for another moment or so. Bomb's going down, and we're going to have one player in CT spawn for the T side, and Mouse is just receiving a beating at Firebox. He eventually goes down, but it's going to be Miniz to answer. Can he take down Skitten as well? Skitten does not have a kit in this situation. He's just going to jump on the bomb here, but again, without a kit, this is looking rough, but he's just going to stick it.
No.
He's going to stick it. Are you joking me? Miniz, oh, Skitten tears off his head, but without a kit, that is going to be it. It's going to be half here. Gamers2 is able to take 12 rounds on the T side.
See, what I'm wondering, did Miniz know that he didn't have a kit? Or I wonder if that call was made, because
He's just got balls.
he didn't peek until about the 8-second mark. And
Yep.
I don't know, interesting mind games, but 3-12. Score says it all. Gamers2 dominant so far on their map choice. Hopefully for Orbit, they can win their map choice, because Gamers2 came to play today. I mean, they're landing all together right now, boot camping it up, and just that sort of environment when you're next to all your teammates and everything, really, I think it gives them a pretty big advantage, I would actually say.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you get hype. You get hype, like, really easily when you're in person.
Slap hands.
Oh, yeah. No, you're getting hyped after every one of these frags. And definitely, it's a good environment to be a part of. So, anyhow, 12-3. Did want to let you guys know that we did announce our second Intercontinental tournament. So, one of our lovely mods will be posting that in chat all match here. So, check out the announcement. The sign-up's already open for EU and North America. But Pistol Round is live. We're going to have Rowland. It's going to be the utility. He's got that kit in hand. And actually, Spearo and Miniz also with some incendiaries, but we're going to see an A take here. It's a split through connector and a ramp. Innocent is going to get two right from the get-go, and that's going to be bad news here for Orbit, because they really need this pistol round if they want to have any chance in this match, or map rather.
Yeah, Innocent found guilty by Skitten. Gamers2, big hold by them, and that very well is the match. And that's Orbit. At this point, gotta get that Tech 9 train on the way. Otherwise, it's gonna be at least 14 rounds for Gamers2. And Innocent, yeah, really the story of that round was just those first two initial headshots with that USP. And if Orbit doesn't buy here, okay, there's the buy. I was gonna say, I don't know what their plan is. Are they gonna try to just AK up? They didn't even get the bomb down, so there's no AKs next round unless you're sacrificing armor, at which point Gamers2 would already be up like 15 when they finally got their buy-in. So Orbit making the correct decision, or the only really decision in my eyes if they want to win this map. They need this round. They need this Tech 9 train to work. And the Gamers2 member, he's pushed up in the halls. That's Mouse. Horrible positioning by him. He's got to know that there could be a Tech 9 train coming. But both of them fall into sight. B2. Suddenly Orbit, little wind in their sails here. But again, a massive hill to climb even if they do take this round. Roki onto Miniz. This is going to be a clean sweep from Orbit. what was wrong for G2? I know, that guy pushed up in apartments. That's pretty much the worst position you can be in when you're facing a rush down like that.
Yeah, that's definitely, unless you can get some crazy shots as they're running in your direction. At point blank, Tech9, pretty darn good. So, they're going to pick up the round in orbit, and we'll see if CPs are actually able to hang on to the rifles, because it looks like they're getting hunted. Innocent down to 3 HP. Skitten's going to be coming around the corner here. Innocent randomly jumps. He would have got that frag, but he jumped, and I have no idea why. So he goes down.
Orbit, they had a teammate coming from the site, and he sees him jump over the box.
That was quite funny. So for the fans of Orbit, I do want to kind of calm your nerves a little bit in that in the 2-1 victory that we saw, where they took out Existence in the upper bracket finals, they took Cash and Inferno 16-12 both respectively. It was 3-16 against Existence on this map. So it was one of the maps that they dropped in. They just don't seem to have a very strong Mirage. So although we're seeing Gamers2 come in guns a-blazing, doing really, really well, I think we're going to see a completely different map in Cash, as Orbit has just proved that Mirage is just not their thing. They're still on the drawing board on this one, still working on some strats here.
Yeah, and Python Cash, we saw him a day or two ago, went bananas. Will we see that again? Here comes Gamers2. They're on their eco, and they're establishing a nice little A-hold here. But the danger is over at the B-bomb site. Pretty much entirely sacrificed it, which is allowing Orbit to make a little move into the site and all the time in the world to set up for the post plant. One of the Orbit members, that's Maxi, inside of Market. Very forward position. He's able to get the frag. So really helps them out there. And the remaining Gamers2 members, are they going for this? Yeah, they're taking a really long time to get this rotate going. Spiro from Catwalk can't do anything with his deal, so it's only up to Rowlin. Rowlin leaked. Doesn't live up to the name there. And Orbit taking a couple rounds in a row here, but Gamers2 was such a significant lead. I don't know. I don't see it.
Yeah, I think this is damage control from Orbit. They want to make sure that they're coming into the next map with at least a little bit of wind in their sails. Like, it's not like they're wanting gusting winds, some sort of tornado, but they want at least a little bit here, as right now the ocean is a little silent. The winds are a little calm, so they're able to get 5 rounds. That's decent for them, but definitely want to get as many as they can. Maybe not the map victory. Obviously, that would be great. That would be fantastic for them, but I think that they're probably realistically thinking that, just like I said, damage control, get some rounds, feel confident moving into Cash. That is their map choice.
This is a great flank from Meniz right now. He actually is pushing at the perfect timing. Orbit had a member watching the flank, and Meniz just sneaks his way in. It's not even going to matter, though. Spiro's going ham with that AK. He
just ran through.
Oh, yeah, and then
clear
the
it
flank
out.
doesn't have it.
Let's see, Skitten takes off the head of Rowan, so they will be able to get 1 or 2 here, but it looks like it's all G2 as Brokey's left in a 1v3. The equipment definitely in his favor, but they had a nice pinch on him there. So the CTs in G2 just go uber aggressive, and it works out really well for them. As I believe that was Innocent, just basically running around the map. He came out underpass and just, yeah, took down some players. So like you said, the flank didn't really come into effect, but definitely the aggression was working out for him. 14-5 the scoreline. The CT side of G2 looking to close this map out, as we're going to see Pyth actually get a nice frag onto Innocent in window room. He takes a decent amount of damage in the process. Oh, Maxi goes down as he peeks onto Cat, so no refrag there, and that is not a good spot for the T's.
It's really interesting. Both of these teams on their CT side have had off, and then they send a rifle window peeking. And it's 2 times that that rifler middle has gone down now. Trying to think of some reasons why we wouldn't just send their offer there, at least for the first, at the beginning, to establish that he's going to be playing there. Now Meniz is playing the window room, takes out 2 with that AWP, giving them a numbers advantage here. Orbit, one of their last chances this map. Need this round. Jumpy is boosted up here at middle, might find Meniz. Wow, Meniz with the walking off shot onto Jumpy, and he's looking to close this out with a 4K. Miles onto Pyth. 15th round established by Gamers2. And on the verge, bringing this to our next map, which is... what?
It is going to be Cash. And then the third map, the random third map, is going to be Season.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
I love seeing some European Season.
Exactly. A little bit, maybe played, a little bit more in North America, but definitely we'll see some interesting play there from these European teams. But Gamers2 looking to close out map number 1. 15 rounds to their name. It's going to be a Tech-9 pain train for Orbit. They're running through the fire and the flames, coming out absent. Oh, Mouse just goes down immediately as the positioning just not too great there. Sparrow and Innocent, though, gonna able. Oh man, Skin gets the frag, but then gets blown up by his teammate. So it's a 2v3, and this could be it here. It's gonna be Python Jumpy coming in with the Tech-9.
Oh my God.
Nice goes down, but Innocent is able to trade. So it's Jumpy and 1v2. He's playing from bench. He's going to receive significant damage. Oh, he takes off the head of Innocent. Can he get the second? He will. So he will delay, or at least, yeah, for now.
Thank God he had two
map
rifles
1.
there.
Exactly. The Tech-9 just doing work. So Orbit, they're able to make that work. And I just don't like the van positioning from the CT side. When you know that they're probably going to be forcing up and doing a crazy strategy like that, the Tech-9s are just so impressively good when, especially you've got a player at van, you can just throw players onto him, and yeah, doesn't exactly work out.
Yeah, that's the only problem with that position. It's not a bad position to play on anti-ecos, but you have to be spotting it somehow. If they're all of a sudden in your face and then or on your face as the guy was on top of his head shooting him with the Tech-9, then it becomes a bad position. And that's what happened to him there. That's 2 times that Gamers2 member has been caught over at the B-bomb site on anti-ecos. But really not going to matter. Gamers2 only needs 1 more round. And this is goofy. They're kind of forcing up here in a situation where they really don't have to. But it is working so far. Down to a 2-on-2 Orbit. Pretty sloppy A-take so far. But still not out of this round by any means. Oh, Innocent jumps on top of the ticket booth. Takes off his hitting head, and now 1-on-2. Gamers2 take the first map. Their map choice, 16-6, and we are moving on to Cash.
Exactly. So yeah, guys, we're gonna take a very short break. I do want to point you in the direction though of our Twitter. We've got a giveaway going on right now. It's gonna be Luminosity sponsoring that giveaway. It's gonna be a field-tested Op Asimov. So if you guys want a chance to win, all you need to do is go to our Twitter or their Twitter. You need to be following